Announcement today, right now, is this Lionsgate thing. Okay, now what? Those of you spiritual seekers, you're out there, you're hearing about, okay, Lionsgate, do I need to book a quick trip to Stonehenge? Or maybe I need to go to Costa Rica. Maybe I need to book a sound healing today. Maybe I need to just go out and hug some trees, light some candles, have some cards of deities. Talk about that. Yeah, do all of that if you're called for it. Sure, absolutely. And remember, the real shift is happening inside. And we're going to talk about that. I'm going to give some 5 big steps that you can do right now, practical application that you can take advantage of this celestial turbo boost we're in. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to Tea and Chat. This is your weekly dose of spiritual growth and transformation. Here we explore your natural spiritual abilities and empower empaths, intuitives, and highly sensitive people to transform your sensitivity into strength. My name is 𝗥𝗲𝗱𝘆. I'm a clairvoyant teacher and a spiritual guide. I'm delighted to have you guys here. We've got a 30-minute-ish format to discuss different topics in your spiritual growth with a focus on how to develop your clairs, clairvoyance, clear seeing. I'm pointing to the chakra where it is. Clairvoyance, clear seeing, claircognizance, clear knowing, clairaudience, telepathy, where you hear information. So that's the undercurrent to all these trainings. We just hit 1,000 subscribers, you guys. Thank you so much to all of you who are subscribed. That gives us additional benefit here that we can help reach more people. And I still see that 79% of you watching are not subscribed. You're welcome to be here. Thank you. And if you just take a minute and go ahead and subscribe, like, share, comment, all that stuff, that will ultimately help us reach more people that are looking for this information. So thanks very much. And I'm so glad we hit that milestone of 1,000. Thank you. Let's get in there. What is the Lionsgate portal? This happens every year. It's from July 28th to August 12th, with a peak today on August 8th. 8th month, August, 8th day, August 8th, 8/8. And the peak is today, you guys. It's right now. We're stewing in it right now. So how do we take advantage of it? It's nice to hear all the astrology. I think that helps to bring it into play, how it's unfolding for us. And I want to, in my time with you today, I want to offer a game we can play and the 5 steps that will go ahead and get you acclimated towards taking advantage of this big energetic boost. So this happens every year. And astrologically, it's when our sun in Leo, sign of Leo, is aligned with the star Sirius and the Earth. And it's also interwoven into Orion's belt. So this is a particular configuration in the sky that happens this time of year. Historically, it goes back to Egyptian times when they would have floods this time of year, bringing water, new life, rebirth. And they would think of it as a spiritual rebirth. So why 8? What's the big deal with 8? Yeah, so some people think of 8 as a finalization, a completion of a cycle. In some other terms, we have 7 major chakras in our body, from the base of the spine up to the top of the head. We actually have an 8th chakra that sits above the body. And this part stays connected with the all the time. So we don't bring that into the body expression per se. So it's said that in maybe esoteric circles that 8 is more of like a spiritual threshold, where maybe the 7th, getting to the 7 chakras, understanding, aligning, utilizing the 7 chakras, and having that as a perfection of the body personality, while the 8 brings in more of Christ consciousness aligned with hierarchy. So that's for some of you. But let's look at some of the sacred parts of this. And then I want to show you some helpers that I pulled for today. So this alignment, we've got Sirius coming up. By the way, Sirius is like 25 times brighter than our sun. And it's less than 10 light years away. It's not that far. It's the brightest star up. Look around. You probably see Sirius. And it's kind of seen as a spiritual guide for us. And yeah, it embodies qualities like spiritual growth, abundance, taking action. So this time that we're in is very good for manifestation. And it's especially an important time to be setting intentions, releasing old patterns, and inviting and activating creative energy into your life today. And we'll play a little game about bringing that creativity in a minute. So what's the deal with Leo? Okay, most people think about Leo on the mundane level of being the person on stage, the performer that's not afraid to get out there, be in the limelight. But what is it that the energy expresses on the inside? You don't have to be on a big stage. It's more about confidence, self-expression, inner strength. So these are very heart-centered, oriented qualities that we all have. And in this time of Lionsgate 8-8 today, this is a big time to be focusing on heart space, reclaiming that inner strength, and really acknowledging our self-expression and having the confidence to put that out in the world. I did pull some cards for you today from the, this deck is Ascended Masters. And I do know where the lady is today, and I think the cards are still very good. And so I ask in quietness and meditation, who are 4 masters that can help us understand, activate, and align with this time period of the Lionsgate? Who can help support us in these shifts in awareness, big bump ups? It's like, it's like pouring Miracle-Gro on everybody right now, or kerosene. It's like extra fuel, and it's in the form of light coming in from Sirius, our sun, in Leo, and with the Orion's belt and everything. So lots of extra light coming in. You're getting lit up. It can be good. It can be challenging. Let it be both. So I asked for helpers. I said, well, who can help us during this time? And here's the cards I pulled. Here's one. Oh, I can't see. Purification, white Tara. So with this one, you might think, okay, purification, that could be, maybe I need to do a body cleanse. Maybe there's a food, not ice cream, but maybe there's another food that I should take out of my life right now. Not the ice cream though, because I'm having avocado ice cream and it's so good. But it could be on a body level, that there's some sort of purification that needs to take place. Could be on the mind space. If the mind gets in this little hamster wheel about patterns that are recurring and going, oh, bad things always happen to me. And then you have one good thing and you go, oh yeah, but I'm used to bad things. So it's probably going to be more bad things. Is there a little hamster wheel going that needs a purification? Is it an emotional pattern that might need purification? Emotional patterns, like especially associated with the heart right now. That's a real big focus of the heart space. And that could be around self-affinity, self-love, self-care, all of that. Are there little negative voices that are saying, your hair's not right, or your nose is not right, or, whatever, the other person has the thing you don't, whatever those little voices, those niggling voices in the kind of the background. This is the time to bring those to the front, take a look at it and go, yeah, I'm done with you, and let it go. Purification. That's a good one. Then, you guys check this one out. Whoop. Spiritual law of attraction. This is 𝗱𝗂𝗍𝗍. He is a ascended master around, if you see the geometry in the bottom there, he's all about geometry, sacred geometry. And somebody threw a heart there for 𝗱𝗂𝗍𝗍. Sacred geometry, alchemy. These are different ways, different building tools for manifestation. So if you're needing to cleanse something, call on white Tara. If you're needing some support with manifesting, how do I manifest? What's the building blocks for manifestation? You can call on 𝗱𝗂𝗍𝗍, and he'll help you out. Here's a good one. Two more. This one you know very well. St. Francis of Assisi. Follow your heart. So this is all about, Danny asks, is this good for Lionsgate? Yes, that was the question I asked. Which masters can help us during Lionsgate? And these are the 4 cards that I pulled. And so this one, St. Francis, follow your heart. Since this time of Lionsgate is a big heart opening, we have kind of our regular heart energy, and there's an upper level of your heart energy too, which is a connection to the all. Be wherever you are on that field and take it up a couple notches. St. Francis can help us with that heart space. St. Francis is an interesting master, because he had bank, in that day. He had bank, he had wealth, he had everything you need. He had all the stuff, but he decided to put that aside and volunteer in hospitals and help the sick. You also see the pictures of the animals in there. He's very well known for communication, helping animals as well. So if you're working with heart space during this Lionsgate and you want to call on St. Francis to help you with that heart space, that's your man. And then the final one for Lionsgate, I ask, who are the masters that can help us during this time? Ta-da! Archangel Michael, you can do it. This is your best cheerleader out there. What he's pointing out also is that you already have the skill, the time, the knowledge, information. It's already in there, right? And this is all coming to the surface these days. The sword it's an energetic representation. It's really light, but swords are cool. I love swords. That sword can help break through any types of fears, limitations that may come up during this time too, as we're accessing more in this time period. So that was just for fun. I thought I'd ask, what are 4 masters that can help us during this shift? 𝗱𝗂𝗍𝗍. For alchemy, manifestation tools, sacred geometry, the building blocks of putting things together, manifesting. And then we had white Tara. Is there something we need to let go of? Purification, something to pay attention to there. And then there was St. Francis. Follow your heart. What's really already inside you? And our best cheerleader, and helping clear a path, dissolving our fear, help you break through fear patterns, Archangel Michael. So let me just check the chat. What if you can't find what's in your heart to do? It's in there, Linda. It's a matter of clearing out, I would say for you, some of the voices. So those of you that are new here, if you have a question, please use the live chat. I'll answer. I can only see those during this time period. I'll answer to the other comments later. but you have a chance for a little mini read if you want it. So Linda, for you, it looks like there's information coming in. It's really on a clairaudient level. It's like little voices speaking to you all the time and going, you should do this. No, this is the right thing to do. No, this is what our family does. No, this is what successful people do. And trying to sort through those voices to find your own. So your own voice is always in there, Linda. And it's a matter of starting to clear off these other voices that have been there in the subtle background voices. Like you're in a room right now and maybe you hear people in the next room. You don't quite hear their words and what they're talking about, but you know there's people there and they're talking, and it's a little distracting. This looks like what's in that space of your question of what if I can't find what's in my heart? It's already in there. It's a matter of clearing out other people's voices. Then you'll be able to hear your voice. So thanks for that question. All right. Before I get to the game, let's talk just for a minute about how heart space might be showing up for people right now. And this is a natural part of that Lion's Gate that's activated right now, is having more of your heart space, self-love, confidence, all of these kind of things are naturally heightened. And if there is that little voice in the back of your head or these old patterns that maybe say, oh, I can't love myself until I do this thing. Those people can have the magic and the miracles and stuff, but not me. It's for other people. Or if it's, here's really the biggest one I run into in helping people with readings all the time, is some form, some variation of the theme of not enough. Is my hair curly enough? Is it straight enough? Is, all these ideas about, am I enough? Do I need to get a PhD until I can be enough? Do I need to acquire some level of black belt mastery until I am enough? Do I need to forgive the whole universe and start a new nonprofit to be enough? Have we put things in the future to us being what we are right now, right this minute? Take a minute. Let's take a look at that. This is the time where these things are coming up naturally. And if you look back, like this Lion's Gate goes for like a week or so, and there's like a ramp up time, and then the peak, which we're sitting in right now, you guys, and you're in this gathering. It's wonderful to have you here. Hi, James. Hi, Molly. And then it kind of runs out. So we're in that peak time of being able to take advantage of this. People talk a lot about manifestation. Yes, you can manifest, you can have stuff, but what is it your heart really desires? What is it that you're really here to share? I have a game for this in a minute, but I just want to finish with the thing that I see, and probably, I don't know, 97% of people that I do readings and healings with one-on-one is some variation in their space, some limit, and it's like some limiting belief pattern. It's not real, but we think it's real. We feel it's real, and it is real in our experience. But as you get to see it and know it from the clairvoyant space of being able to read the energy, you start to realize, oh gosh, none of this is real. But it's a path. You have to walk the path. You don't get to jump to the end. So there's some variation on not enough. That tends to play out for a lot of people. We got a living well-being. Simon. Hi, Simon. Great to have you guys here. I don't know if I'm missing anybody. If you have a question or something you want a little reading on, you can put it in the chat. Do a little mini read. So we're talking about Lion's Gate, and now what? Let's do this. I want to talk about I'm going to go ahead and talk about these 5 things that you can do right now. And then I want to offer this game that you can do. And I have a 6th bonus for you. So 5 ways to harness this Lion's Gate right now and bring that thought, that idea, that belief, that part of you that you want to embody more, to get out of the thought space and the desire space and bring it into right here, right now. So step 1, journal. Here's the whole rundown. Step 2, meditate on taking it out of the future and putting it into the now. 3, ask for your next step on this manifestation. 4, release any limits to having this next step. And then 5, practical action steps. So back to step 1. When you're journaling about your true desires, you're taking out of your head, where your head is full of all kinds of thoughts, like, what did my aunt mean when she said that? Or is my friend going to go there tomorrow? Well, what if my child grows up to be like that? What if the boss doesn't like? Oh, we have all these thoughts. What's the weather tomorrow? What kind of tea should I have? You know, our thoughts are filled with all kinds of stuff. So how does the universe know, and how do these masters know what we want and what we don't want in all of that thoughts? Take a piece of paper and a pencil. This is my little drum set, little drum. Take a piece of paper and a pen and write it. Take it out of your thoughts, out of the future, out of the desires. Write it on a piece of paper. You're telling the world, this is what I truly want. I want to manifest more assertiveness. I want to have more confidence. I want to have more self-affinity. I want to have more romance. I want to have more security and finance. All these kind of things. Journal it down. What's your real, true desire here? And we're going to turbo boost that in a minute. Then step 2, meditation. So sitting in quiet time. I would say, if you're not doing binaural beats, just turn off your phone and music and stuff. Well, that's for me as a musician. I start analyzing. Oh, okay, we're still on the 1 chord. Okay. But just total quiet time, meditation for yourself. Decide that your manifestation, what you're journaling, what you want to bring in, it already exists. And decide to let go of any idea that it's 5 years in the future, it's 10 years in the future, it's after this and that and the other thing, and that person gets out of my way and that person lets me, and I get some more degrees and I get a better car and I get that corner office or whatever. All these future things that we've put in the way of having it. This is a really important step. And then step 3, you go on a walk in nature. I like to walk with no phone, no stuff, and just talk out loud. If you want to talk to these beings that are really good at helping you manifest during Lion's Gate, you can ask for them one by one. I need help with manifesting. 𝗱𝗏𝗃𝗍𝒃. How does this work? St. Francis, I don't quite know what's in my heart. Help me uncover that. So for this step, I do like to go outside, but you can do this in meditation as well. Ask for guidance and you'll get it. It's a divine law. Ask and it is given. It has to happen. So as long as we're quiet and just take a moment, this doesn't have to be a 4-hour process of I'm going to first do a cold plunge and then a hot yoga, and then I'm going to get some incense. I mean, you can do that stuff if you want, but this is just take a few moments for yourself. And I find out in nature is a good way to do it, or just sitting at home in your quiet space here. Ask and listen for your next step. And then we're releasing limits of being able to have that. So what comes up as soon as you start saying this is, I would like to have more self-confidence. What's the first thing that comes up? Oh, but I'll never be like Joey. He's really that's confidence. I don't have that. You can have your own variety of confidence. Confidence for you, who you are, and what you're doing, what you're bringing in the world. Everybody here has something unique that you're bringing, something unique that you're already good at, something unique that you can share with others. So it doesn't have to be life-shattering. And then step 5, take one action step each day. That could be as simple as saying it out loud to a friend, I am doing this, or say it out loud in the mirror. You can do the game that I'm going to recommend here in a minute. You can create a little altar of items that are what you're bringing to you. I want more heart space. Okay, so I just bought this great crystal that's heart, and this one's tuned for your 7th chakra. Bonus. So you can start making a little altar, take a step each day. You can do some research, get online. If you're wanting to create or work with others, get online and work in communities, outreach, take a step each day toward that goal. Molly says, thank you for being here. It's really grounding me. I'm so glad. Molly, it looks like a lot of people around you are kind of spinning in their own juice, you know, and you might be feeling that. Take a moment and check in and see how much of this kind of I can't get a breath is, there's some enthusiasm, excitement around you, but there's also people just kind of spinning and not knowing which way to go. You know, sometimes we shine a big light on what's going on for us, then it can stir up a lot. And sometimes it's like, I don't even know if I go outside my door here, if I turn right in the hall or I turn left. I don't know which way to go. So Molly, you got some people around you. Well, living well. You want a general mini reading. Is there a particular question on anything? You know, your name is interesting that you chose living well-being, because you've got a good connection with plant kingdom and water, and I mean like fish and water and oceans and stuff, like the plant and animal kingdom. You have a real connection with that plant and animal kingdom. A genealogy mini, a general, not a genealogy, general mini reading. Yeah, ask me a question if there's something else, but that connection that you have with spirit is highlighted here. And this is not, it's a specific type of communication with the nature kingdom, right? So we have the consciousness kingdom. You could think of like these ascended masters. They lived in a life, and well, except for Archangel, they didn't have a human incarnation. But like St. Francis, you know, he had bank. He was here. He was doing stuff, and then he put the bank away, and he said, "I'm just going to work in a hospital and help people." Consciousness. So tuning into angels is one level of awareness that some people have a real affinity for, archangels and angels. Some people just like, they've got that radio dialed in to them. Boom, right there. Some people might have more dialed into ascended masters, people who lived on the planet and took their steps through regular incarnations here and learned to become a more perfected form and serve as guides for what we can do. And yours in particular is the plant kingdom. That's on the involution side. That's the other is the consciousness side, evolution side. So that, I just wanted to point out that you have that ease. And you might think, oh, everybody can talk to plants. Yes, everybody can talk to plants, but you've got a real je ne sais quoi, a real affinity for being able to tune in and knowing how light infuses with the plants, like for like green drinks and smoothies and things. Like it's the light that comes in that brings the mm, the power to the plant, the life force. So this is a rather esoteric read, but you didn't ask me anything general. So I just wanted to point that out because you can use that not to avoid talking with humans, but to enhance your place and your purpose here. Like maybe your communication with plants is a way to teach being in harmony with the world around us as a way of understanding forgiveness, for example. How to balance both realities, conventional and spiritual. Yes, that's walking the middle path, isn't it? That's the great question to ask. Keep it practical. If we were supposed to just be spiritual, we wouldn't have bothered to get an incarnation and have this very capable body that can run and jump and swim and do all kinds of cool stuff and communicate. And for you, maybe you have a way, living well-being, of using this, because I do see you working on this forgiveness aspect. And as you work on it for yourself, then you're naturally going to want to share it. And so maybe there's a way of understanding forgiveness of how in the plant and animal kingdom, there's a lot of forgiveness goes on. A fire just went through. I remember talking to talking to some trees after a big fire. And I was up in Yosemite and I went for a walk after a conference and there was still snow on the ground. It was May and I'm getting my feet all sloshy because I didn't have the right foot gear. So I stopped over on a rock. It was this big boulder, climbed up on this big boulder and I'm looking around. I'm like, oh man, there's a burn scar. There's this big burn scar here where a tremendous fire came by and I've forgotten about it. And there's a demarcation of the green growth and then just burn. And I'm just sitting there and I said, hello, trees. And I said hello to the trees. And I heard back, hello. And I said, how you doing after the fire? And they said, we're fine. But it was the small animals that had some struggle. I said, the bigger animals can run away. The small animals, it was kind of a struggle. And then they said, but the chemical was the hardest part. I'm like, chemical? Is there a chemical plant up here in the middle of Yosemite that I don't know about? I mean, what are you talking about, chemicals? And then I kind of got the image in my head. It's the red stuff that they dump from planes and that the trees we're talking about were really having a hard time with that stuff. And it stopped the flames, but now it was like they were choking. And then I said, well, is there anything I can do to support you? And they said, well, there's a certain, you guys are going to think I'm crazy. I'm going to tell the story. There's a certain mineral. It's a crystal that's down below us in this area. Said, talk to that crystal, get that crystal to come up and help us to heal this burn scar. I said, okay. I've heard of that crystal, something with a P. I don't remember anymore. And I'm in meditation and I look around. I said, oh, hello, so-and-so crystal. And it was like coming up from a sleep, waking up from a slumber. And it's just like, yes, deadpan. This crystal had no humor. And I said, the trees have just had a fire and the chemicals are having a hard time. They asked for your support to be able to move through this. Will you help them? He was gone. That was it. Done with me. No more communication. He's on it, doing it, helping him out. I wasn't back in the area, but I'm sure that some support helped in that way. So living well-being, maybe there's a way of supporting humans and learning forgiveness and tools to move forward in that connection of being a body here right now in this important time in history. Like I said, we're not supposed to hide away. Don't hide your light under a bushel. We're here to shine it, bring it. This is the time. This is the day, Lion's Day. Bring it. With that said, I have a game, and then I have a bonus step for you. For the game, I thought, what if somebody handed you right now a recorder, a magic recorder, and said, what is your message that you would want to share most with others? It doesn't have to be earth-shattering. It could just be like peace, compassion, love, understanding. And with this magic recorder, you don't have to, like if you're going to do a TED Talk, you got to hire somebody to teach you how to write your speech in 18 minutes. You got to have your branding figured out and get your outfit just right. You got to do hair and makeup. You got to learn how to speak into a mic. You got to hire a whole team. This is a magic recorder. And so putting all that aside, what's your message that you would want to share with others right now? And proclaim that. I'll give you an example. So for me, I grew up hearing, oh, you're too sensitive. That's a problem. You're too sensitive. You shouldn't be so sensitive. Why are you so sensitive? And I grew up thinking, oh, they've got this problem. This handicap's just always going to be there. I knew I was sensitive to emotions of others, empath, and energies, highly sensitive person. These weren't available words at that time that I knew of. And I just grew up hearing this and thinking, oh, I got this problem. What am I going to do? And then I learned this clairvoyant training, and I learned, hey, those are just a couple of your abilities waking up. So for me, I was a loud rock and roll drummer trying to shut out the noise in my head of what I was aware of on a telepathic level and clairsentient, clear feeling. So aware of other people's thoughts, which was just noise to me. I couldn't hear the individual conversations, just loud noise. And then feeling where everybody was, that's clairsentience, clear feeling. And once I came into this training and I'm like, oh, there's an answer. Plus I get to open more of my superpowers and abilities of claircognizance, clear knowing, clairvoyance, clear seeing, clairaudience, clear hearing, and all of that. So I would proclaim to you then that you don't have to think that sensitivities are a sentence to a lonely life in isolation. It's for me, it was a new door opening to this prominent new world. And so join me in the game. What's your offering? What do you proclaim out there? What would you say in your magic recorder that you would want to share with others? And usually it's something you've already learned for yourself along the way. It's usually built in, we don't have to go out and get it. And that was like the message of St. Francis and Archangel Michael. It's like, it's already in you. Just bring it up. So sixth and final step I would offer is, hey, join me for free world healing on August 23rd. We're going to do less than an hour. It'll be probably like 40 minutes. It's on a Saturday morning, August 23rd. It's on my website, 𝗀𝗟𝗃𝗠𝗏.com. The links are over there. I put a button. You can click right on it. It's free. And all of the classes that I teach are helping you develop your clairs and get in touch with your own natural abilities so you can get your own answers directly from source. Thank you for everyone who helped make this 1,000 subscriptions. Please continue. If you haven't, hit the notification, share with other like-minded spiritual people, spiritual seekers. I've got a school I'm building right now, you guys. It should be up in about a month. Very excited about that. I'll be talking much more about that. We will be full on getting into your clairs. You're not reading about it. You're not thinking about it. You're not putting it in the future. We're going to be doing it. So I hope you will join me for that. Make sure you're on my mailing list so you'll get that. And thank you, Julia. Resonated with what you offered. Oh, good. Great. You guys can always sign up for a discovery call. We can have a little one-on-one, see if there's a way that I might support you on your spiritual path. All right. Well, thanks for joining me, everybody. I'll see you next week, Friday, same time. Bye-bye.